What secrets lie behind the making of Blue Bloods, the iconic cop show that's gripped audiences for over a decade? This beloved series, which follows the Reagan family's deep ties to law enforcement in New York City, is more than just a story of crime-solving and justice. It's a behind-the-scenes world full of twists and turns that even the most dedicated fans might not know about. From controversial firings that left fans outraged to near-production disasters that almost changed the show forever, and even the surprising real-life stories of the cast members, Blue Bloods is packed with drama both on and off the screen. Ever wonder why Jennifer Esposito made headlines after being fired? Or how close the show came to ditching New York City for Toronto? What about the shocking truth behind some of its iconic scenes? We're about to pull back the curtain on 12 of the most surprising, untold facts about Blue Bloods. Get ready to see this long-running favorite in a whole new light. Did you know that Danny Reagan's on-screen sons aren't just acting as brothers? They actually are brothers in real life? Andrew and Tony Terracciano, who play Sean and Jack Reagan, have been an integral part of Blue Bloods since the very beginning. This real-life sibling connection adds a layer of authenticity to their performances, making their relationship on-screen feel natural and deeply relatable. Off-camera, the two share an undeniable bond that shines through in their scenes. Whether it's playful banter, moments of support, or tackling family challenges together, the dynamic between Jack and Sean Reagan feels genuine because it's grounded in their actual relationship. Their ability to draw on their real experiences as brothers has made them fan favorites over the years. Before joining Blue Bloods, Tony Terracciano, the older of the two, was already dipping his toes into acting. He made a name for himself doing voice work for the animated children's series Chuggington, where he played Wilson, the Red Trinity Train, from 2008 to 2011. His early start in the entertainment industry helped him build confidence in front of the camera. Meanwhile, Andrew, his younger brother, was inspired by Tony's journey and soon followed in his footsteps, taking on his role as Sean Reagan at just 6 years old. What makes their story even more unique is how they've grown up alongside their characters. Both boys started on Blue Bloods when they were still in elementary school, learning the ropes of acting while navigating the challenges of growing up in the public eye. Over time, viewers have watched them mature, much like their characters, who have dealt with everything from family drama to teenage troubles on screen. This real-life connection between Andrew and Tony doesn't just enhance their performances. It also strengthens the Reagan family's dynamic, making the show's emotional moments even more compelling. From heartfelt family dinners to lighthearted sibling arguments, their chemistry brings a level of realism that's hard to fake. Despite their success on Blue Bloods, both Andrew and Tony have maintained a grounded approach to their careers. Tony, now older, has expressed interest in pursuing higher education and exploring paths outside the entertainment industry, while Andrew continues to enjoy his role on the show, hinting at potential future projects. Their journey from child actors to integral members of the Blue Bloods cast is a testament to their talent and the unique charm they bring to the series. It's no wonder fans love watching the Reagan brothers, knowing that their bond is just as real off-screen as it is on-screen. Imagine Blue Bloods without the iconic streets and skylines of New York City. It almost happened. Early in the show's run, production faced a major financial hurdle that nearly forced the team to relocate to Toronto. Filming in New York City, while vital to the show's authenticity, is notoriously expensive. High costs for permits, location rentals, and labor began to strain the budget, prompting the producers to consider more cost-effective alternatives. Toronto, with its lower production costs and generous tax breaks, has long been a popular stand-in for New York City in television and film. Its diverse architecture and urban landscapes allow it to mimic the Big Apple convincingly. For many shows, this shift makes financial sense. But for Blue Bloods, it would have been a compromise too great to bear. The unique authenticity that New York City brings to Blue Bloods is woven into the very fabric of the series. The city isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in its own right. From bustling precincts to the iconic Brooklyn brownstone where the Reagan family gathers for their famous dinners, New York City grounds the show in a reality that fans have come to love. The gritty streets, recognizable landmarks, and unmistakable energy of the city are essential to the show's identity. Thankfully, A combination of tax incentives and support from city officials helped turn the tide. New York offers significant tax credits to film and television productions, aimed at keeping the city a hub for the entertainment industry. These incentives, combined with the creative team's commitment to authenticity, allowed Blue Bloods to remain where it belonged. In hindsight, it's clear that the decision to keep the show in New York was the right one. The city's atmosphere plays a crucial role in creating the realism and emotional depth that fans have come to expect. The contrast between the Reagan family's intimate moments and the sprawling complexity of the city they serve wouldn't have been the same anywhere else. Ultimately, staying in New York reinforced the show's dedication to authenticity and gave fans the true New York experience they've come to cherish. It's hard to imagine the Reagan family tackling the challenges of law enforcement against any other backdrop. Few moments in Blue Bloods history have shocked fans as much as the sudden and unexpected departure of Linda Reagan. Played by Amy Carlson, Linda was the beloved wife of Danny Reagan and a cornerstone of the show's family dynamic. But after 7 seasons, her character was abruptly written out, with her death revealed off-screen as a tragic helicopter crash. Fans were blindsided when the Season 8 premiere casually mentioned Linda's death, offering no on-screen farewell or explanation beyond a brief acknowledgement. The lack of closure left viewers outraged, with many feeling that such a pivotal character deserved a more respectful send-off. Social media erupted with backlash, as fans criticized the show for sidelining a character they had grown deeply attached to over the years. The controversy extended beyond the audience. Amy Carlson herself expressed disappointment in how her exit was handled. In interviews following the premiere, she revealed that she had hoped for a more meaningful storyline to mark Linda's departure, one that honored her character's contributions to the series. Instead, she felt the abrupt off-screen death did a disservice to both the character and the fans who had invested in her journey. Carlson's departure also had a ripple effect on the show's cast. Donnie Wahlberg, who played Linda's on-screen husband Danny, openly shared his sadness over her exit. The dynamic between Danny and Linda had been a central part of the series, showcasing the challenges and triumphs of balancing family life with a demanding career in law enforcement. Without Linda, Danny's storyline took a darker turn, focusing more on his grief and struggles as a single father. Producers defended their decision, stating that Linda's death served as a catalyst for new plotlines, particularly for Danny's character. They argued that the loss of Linda allowed for deeper exploration of Danny's emotional resilience and provided opportunities to evolve his role within the Reagan family. However, this explanation did little to satisfy fans who felt the abruptness of her departure undermined the show's commitment to its characters. Despite the controversy, Amy Carlson's portrayal of Linda Reagan remains a beloved part of Blue Bloods history. Her warmth, strength, and devotion to her family resonated deeply with viewers, making her absence all the more impactful. While her exit reshaped the show, it also left a void that many fans feel has never truly been filled. For many, Linda Reagan's sudden departure stands as a reminder of how much the audience values meaningful closure and respect for long-standing characters. It's a chapter in Blue Bloods history that continues to spark conversations and debate to this day. Before Donnie Wahlberg became the dedicated NYPD detective Danny Reagan on Blue Bloods, he was a teen heartthrob taking the music world by storm. As a founding member of the wildly popular boy band New Kids on the Block, Cop, Wahlberg was part of one of the biggest music phenomena of the late 1980s and early 1990s. With hits like Step by Step and You Got It, The Right Stuff, Cop top charts, sold out arenas worldwide, and became the blueprint for modern boy bands. Donnie was more than just a member of the group. He was known as the band's bad boy, a charismatic performer who brought an edge to their polished image. His high-energy stage presence and knack for captivating audiences made him a standout. These experiences, performing in front of massive crowds and handling the pressures of fame, laid the foundation for his later career in acting. His time with Cobb wasn't just about singing and dancing. It was about storytelling and connecting emotionally with an audience, skills that transitioned seamlessly to his role as Danny Reagan. On Blue Bloods, Wahlberg's portrayal of Danny combines grit, vulnerability, and a relentless drive for justice, qualities that resonate with viewers much like his onstage persona did with fans of Cop. The transition from music to acting wasn't immediate, but Wahlberg embraced the challenge. After Cop disbanded in 1994, Donnie pursued a variety of roles in film and television, proving his versatility as a performer. From intense dramas like The Sixth Sense to the Saw horror franchise, Wahlberg built a resume that showcased his ability to bring depth and complexity to his characters. When he landed the role of Danny Reagan in Blue Bloods in 2010, it felt like a perfect fit. Wahlberg brought the same dedication to the role that he had shown as a musician, channeling his natural charisma and work ethic into making Danny a believable, multi-dimensional character. His ability to convey raw emotion, whether interrogating a suspect or sharing a heartfelt moment with his family, elevates every scene he's in. Interestingly, Wahlberg hasn't completely left his music career behind. Cobb reunited in 2008 and continues to tour and release new music, with Wahlberg balancing his commitments to the band and his acting career. This dual success in music and television underscores his remarkable talent and adaptability. For fans of Blue Bloods, knowing Donnie Wahlberg's musical roots adds another layer to his portrayal of Danny Reagan. It's not just his commanding presence or quick wit that makes him stand out. It's the performer within him, honed through years on stage, who knows how to connect with an audience and keep them hooked. Whether he's solving a case or belting out a hit song, Wahlberg's passion for storytelling is what truly sets him apart. When you think of Tom Selleck, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most people, it's the mustache, a feature so iconic it has become as synonymous with Selleck as his roles themselves. However, when Selleck first took on the role of NYPD Commissioner Frank Reagan in Blue Bloods, producers initially wanted him to shave it off. The reasoning behind their request was rooted in optics. The producers believed that Selleck's signature mustache, which had been a defining feature of his previous characters, most famously Thomas Magnum in Magnum, P.I., might make him appear dated. They were concerned that it wouldn't align with the image of a modern-day police commissioner or that it might distract from the serious tone of the show. But Selleck stood his ground. He recognized that the mustache wasn't just a physical feature. It was part of his identity as an actor and something audiences associated with his commanding presence. To Selleck, the mustache wasn't a relic of the past. It was timeless, a symbol of authority, charisma, and the authenticity he brought to his roles. Fortunately, CBS executives agreed, and Selleck was allowed to keep it. This decision proved to be a brilliant move. For many fans, the mustache is an essential part of Frank Reagan's persona. It adds a sense of gravitas and wisdom, complementing the character's role as a father figure, both to his family and to the NYPD. It's hard to imagine Frank Reagan delivering his heartfelt family speeches or intense police briefings without the mustache adding to his air of authority. Over the years, the mustache has become something of a cultural icon, inspiring admiration and even playful envy. It's been referenced in interviews, parodied in sketches, and celebrated by fans as a key part of Selleck's enduring appeal. For many, the sight of Selleck's mustache evokes a sense of nostalgia, while also reinforcing his ability to adapt and remain relevant in the entertainment industry. The mustache's impact on Selleck's career extends far beyond Blue Bloods. It was a defining feature of Thomas Magnum in Magnum, P.I., a role that catapulted Selleck to stardom in the 1980s. The combination of his rugged good looks, Hawaiian shirts, and, of course, the mustache created a character that was equal parts tough and charming. This look became so iconic that it set the standard for generations of TV detectives. Selleck's insistence on keeping the mustache for Frank Reagan demonstrates his deep understanding of his own brand and the power of visual identity in storytelling. The mustache isn't just hair. It's history, a symbol of resilience, and a defining trait that connects Tom Selleck's career across decades and characters. In a world where reinvention is often celebrated, Selleck has proven that sometimes sticking to what makes you unique is the best move of all. Commissioner Reagan without the mustache? It's unthinkable, and fans wouldn't have it any other way. The family dinner scenes in Blue Bloods are more than just moments of dialogue. They're the heart and soul of the series. These iconic gatherings around the table showcase the Reagan family's deep bond, lively debates, and shared commitment to law enforcement and justice. They become a signature feature of the show, offering a glimpse into the personal lives of the characters amidst the chaos of their professional worlds. But what fans don't see is just how challenging these dinner scenes are to film. While they last only a few minutes on screen, shooting them often takes as long as 5 hours. With as many as 9 main characters seated at the table, each with lines to deliver and reactions to capture, the process involves meticulous planning, patience, and an enormous amount of food. One of the biggest challenges is continuity. Every bite taken, every drink sipped, and every piece of food moved has to remain consistent across multiple takes. After each shot, the props team resets the table to ensure it looks exactly the same as before, down to the placement of cutlery and the food on each plate. For the actors, this means eating carefully, or sometimes not at all. Tom Selleck has a clever trick to avoid overindulging during these long shoots. Instead of digging into the meal, he often picks up a knife and butters his bread during his lines. This keeps his hands busy and ensures his food doesn't change drastically between takes. It's a small but effective strategy that helps maintain continuity without compromising his digestion. Donnie Wahlberg, on the other hand, takes a different approach. When the hours stretch on and the cast starts to feel stir-crazy, Wahlberg finds a nearby couch on set and sneaks in a quick nap. His ability to recharge during breaks helps him stay sharp and maintain his energy throughout the lengthy process. For Bridget Moynihan, laughter is the best medicine. She's known for cracking jokes and keeping the mood light during the marathon filming sessions. Her humor helps ease the tension and keeps the cast connected, even as they navigate the repetitive nature of filming these scenes. The dinner scenes also present a unique challenge for the younger cast members, like Andrew and Tony Terracciano, who play Sean and Jack Reagan. As younger actors, they've had to learn the discipline required to sit for hours and maintain focus while delivering their lines. Over the years, their growth and professionalism have added even more depth to these family moments. Despite the difficulties, the cast agrees that these scenes are some of the most rewarding to film. They serve as a reminder of what Blue Bloods is all about: family, unity, and the values that hold the Reagans together. The spirited debates, heartfelt toasts, and quiet moments of reflection at the dinner table provide the emotional anchor of each episode, making the hours of effort behind the scenes well worth it. For fans, the Reagan family dinners feel real because they are real. Real conversations, real connections, and real dedication from the cast and crew. These scenes may be tough to film, but they're a labor of love that continues to resonate with audiences week after week. One of the secrets behind the authenticity of Blue Bloods lies in its attention to detail, and much of that credit goes to James Niceforo, a former NYPD detective who serves as the show's technical advisor. While Blue Bloods is a fictional drama, its portrayal of police work is rooted in reality, thanks to Niceforo's invaluable contributions. Before joining the show, Niceforo had a long and distinguished career in law enforcement, spending over 20 years with the NYPD. During his tenure, he worked as a detective in the Major Case Squad, handling complex investigations and gaining first-hand experience in the challenges and nuances of police work. This deep understanding of the profession is what makes him such a vital part of the Blue Bloods team. As the show's technical advisor, Niceforo reviews every script before it goes into production, ensuring that police jargon, procedures, and scenarios are as accurate as possible. In an interview, Niceforo explained his process. Let's say they get a 56-page script. I'll give them anywhere between 5 to 10 pages of notes, just plugging in dialogue with more accurate jargon or adjusting details to make sure the scenarios feel real. His attention to detail extends beyond dialogue. Niceforo ensures that the show accurately reflects the dynamics of police work, including the relationships between officers, the chain of command, and the moral and ethical dilemmas they face. Whether it's how detectives approach a crime scene or how officers interact with the community, his expertise helps the show strike a balance between drama and realism. Niceforo's contributions also resonate deeply with real police officers. Many members of law enforcement have praised Blue Bloods for its authentic depiction of their lives and work. From the camaraderie among officers to the emotional toll of the job, the series captures the complexities of police work in a way that feels genuine. Niceforo's guidance ensures that these portrayals don't feel forced or exaggerated, making the show relatable to those who live the reality every day. The show's commitment to authenticity extends to its iconic family dinner scenes, where discussions often include debates about law enforcement ethics and policies. Niceforo plays a key role in shaping these conversations, ensuring they reflect real-world challenges faced by officers. His insights help bring depth and credibility to the Reagan family's spirited debates, adding layers of realism that resonate with viewers. For Niceforo, working on Blue Bloods is more than just a consulting job. It's a way to honor the profession he dedicated his life to. His passion for ensuring that police officers are represented accurately and respectfully shines through in every episode. Thanks to his expertise, Blue Bloods has become a show that doesn't just entertain. It also educates and connects with its audience, especially those in law enforcement. By blending compelling storytelling with authentic details, the series continues to set itself apart as one of television's most realistic portrayals of police work. In 2014, Blue Bloods found itself at the center of controversy when an episode addressed the Catholic Church's stance on homosexuality and the challenges of reconciling faith with modern societal values. The show, which has often been praised for its fair and nuanced portrayal of Catholicism, drew criticism from some religious groups, including the Catholic League, which accused it of unfairly portraying the church. The backlash stemmed from a conversation in the episode where Frank Reagan, played by Tom Selleck, made a bold remark about the church being a little behind the times on its views regarding homosexuality. This moment, though brief, sparked outrage among conservative viewers who felt it was an unnecessary critique of the church's teachings. The episode also featured storylines involving a cardinal grappling with his sexual identity and an openly lesbian nun, further fueling the controversy. The Catholic League's president, Bill Donahue, was one of the most vocal critics. He claimed that the episode was a direct attack on Catholic values and accused CBS of alienating a significant portion of the show's audience. Donahue argued that the depiction of church figures in the episode was disrespectful and reinforced negative stereotypes, calling it a betrayal of the series' traditionally respectful tone toward Catholicism. Despite the backlash, the creators of Blue Blood stood by their decision to address such a polarizing issue. For them, the episode was an opportunity to explore the complexities of faith in a modern world, a theme that has been central to the Reagan family story. Frank Reagan's character, in particular, has always been portrayed as deeply religious yet pragmatic, often grappling with the tension between tradition and progress. This willingness to tackle controversial topics is part of what sets Blue Bloods apart. Rather than avoiding difficult conversations, the show leans into them, presenting multiple perspectives and encouraging viewers to think critically. In the case of this episode, the narrative didn't condemn or endorse any one viewpoint. Instead, it highlighted the challenges of navigating deeply personal and societal issues within the framework of faith. The controversy also underscored the risks of telling nuanced stories. While some viewers were offended, others applauded the show for its bravery in addressing a topic often avoided on network television. For these fans, Blue Bloods was living up to its reputation as a series that doesn't shy away from the moral and ethical dilemmas faced by its characters, whether in their professional lives as law enforcement officers or in their personal beliefs. Ultimately, the episode became a defining moment for Blue Bloods, demonstrating its commitment to authenticity and its willingness to reflect the real-world struggles of faith, identity, and morality. The backlash, while significant, also sparked important conversations among viewers, proving that the show's bold storytelling continues to resonate, even when it challenges its audience. For Blue Bloods, this controversy was less about alienating its audience and more about staying true to its mission, portraying life's complexities through the lens of family, faith, and duty. It's a reminder that great storytelling doesn't always play it safe. It sparks dialogue and invites introspection. As we've uncovered, Blue Bloods is far more than just a gripping police drama. It's a deeply layered production brought to life by a mix of real-life connections, behind-the-scenes dedication, and a commitment to authenticity that sets it apart. From the surprising real-life sibling bond of Andrew and Tony Terracciano to the near disaster of almost relocating production to Toronto, the show's journey has been as dramatic as its on-screen storylines. We've seen how Amy Carlson's controversial exit reshaped the narrative, how Donnie Wahlberg's musical roots added depth to his portrayal of Danny Reagan, and how Tom Selleck's insistence on keeping his iconic mustache preserved a signature part of his identity. Add to that the challenges of filming the Reagan family dinner scenes and the invaluable expertise of a former NYPD detective ensuring the show stays true to life, and it's clear that Blue Bloods is built on passion and meticulous detail. And let's not forget the show's willingness to tackle difficult, even divisive, topics like faith and modern societal issues. These moments remind us why Blue Bloods continues to resonate with its audience, balancing the drama of law enforcement with the personal struggles and triumphs of the Reagan family. With so much happening behind the scenes, one thing is clear: Blue Bloods isn't just a TV show, it's a world of its own. But with a show this rich in stories, you have to wonder, what other secrets and surprises might still be waiting to be uncovered? Stay tuned, because there's always more to the story.